Yes, so today we have to learn about the charts on a spreadsheet, how to deal with the charts and all these things. So when it comes to the chart, it's a very uh, simple and very powerful tool that the facts that we can illustrate from a chart. So since it is in graphical mode, chart will help someone to illustrate lots of detail in a much understandable manner, right? Because since it is a graphical illustration, we can show a lot of comparisons basically through a chart, right? And we use charts for many different reasons. For comparisons, for the percentage showings, to have a summary idea about a very big data. So in our day-to-day life, we get to see the charts in many different occasions. Like specifically, if you think about nowadays, since all these 2020 cricket match is there, so they shows you a bar chart of the way that they have scored, right, during the match. They shows this is the way they have scored per each over, right? So they use different kind of symbols to indicate a wicket, to indicate like the marks and all these things, right? And sometimes when two particular teams are like especially when the second team is batting and chasing down the score, they use this kind of a line chart to show how the previous team has scored the runs and how the currently batting team is scoring against that line, right? So many occasions, like it is just one particular example, since you can see nowadays. And when it comes to the your marks at the school, there will be like a generation of different kinds of chart, and as well as years result, the win percentage. Yes. So anything like which can spread, or like which can express a huge or a complex details, or like a big amount of details in a simple form, we are going to use a chart, right? So in Excel, there are many different kinds of charts. We are going to focus on these types: the column charts, where you can see the columns in a vertical manner; bar charts, where you can see the columns on the horizontal manner; the line chart, where we mark the points and draw the line against onto it; and pie chart, something specific, right? Like all these three charts, these column, bar, and line, is good for comparison uh, in many different criteria, in many different components. But pie chart, it is also good for comparing, but it express the things in percentage wise, as well as just one particular thing that it can show. Like as an example, if a class, like if you think about yourself, you will be like scoring 8 to almost 8 subjects in a term test, right? So if you want to compare the performance of all the students in a class for all 8 subjects, we can use column charts, bar charts, line charts for those things, right? So it's a group of comparisons, right? Specifically when it comes to the column and the bar, it is a very good illustration that we can do regarding a group. But when it comes to the pie chart, we won't be able to analyze all 40 students scoring, or the performance for all 8 subjects in a pie chart. It's like we can analyze the maths mark of all 40 students in a pie chart, just the maths marks. Or like we can take one particular student and compare his performance for 8 subjects in a one pie chart likewise. So it's just one particular item, right? Not a group of items. And XY scattered charts, we basically use that for the mathematical aspects, where we can create the curve graphs as well as the straight line graphs to show how a particular factor is changing according to the some other factor, right? So you'll experience on these things, right? So Yeah, before we jumped into the practicals, let's quickly write these things down because these things are needed for you to remember. So please have the heading creation of charts using spreadsheets. And please write down what are the things that I'm highlighting over here. Right. Plus, you have to copy the chart, this particular table, people. Right. So once you are done with the heading and the paragraph, go for the tables. Rison, I would love to watch the match, but I'm not getting a chance because I have to attend to my classes. So I hope and pray they will win. Right, starting at 4:30, right? So
Yes. Yeah. So 4:20, 4:30.
4:30 kind of, right? I'm slowly scrolling up, so to the table. So in case if you miss anything from the previous paragraph, just let me know. And you may draw these small icons, people, right, to indicate what kind of a chart is that. So take your time, like you can go on and let me know when you're done.
you, sir. I had a problem and I joined right now. What did you?
Yes, Dua, we were starting writing the writing about the charts. These are the highlighted parts. So after these highlighted parts, you have to write down the table underneath it.
Okay, sir. I couldn't come last week either. What did you do last week?
Okay. So we there was a technical issue, so we could go on a 1 hour session on last week. And can someone tell like how far we have written? Like how many pages did we spend on last week, people?
About 2 pages.
About 2 pages. Is it from a CR page, Rizon?
Yeah, see, yeah.
2 CR pages. Okay, okay. So Dua, please leave 2 CR pages. And Rizwan, can you just put a picture into the group so they can take down whatever the things that we were discussing?
Okay, sir.
Right, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Right, Dua, no worries.
Uh, sir, can you scroll down?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, can you scroll up a bit, little?
Rizwan, just give me a second since
Okay, sir.
uh, yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right, here you go. Okay, are we done? Anyone who is still writing?
Still writing, sir.
Right, okay, right, okay. Keep it up, keep it up. Yeah, Sanushi, I'll come to your question once the writing is done.
Okay, sir. Done, sir.
All right, anyone who is still writing?
So I'm still writing.
Ah, okay. Keep it up, keep it up. Let me know when you're done.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I'm also done.
Okay, Rison. I think there is a one who is still writing on. So when she's done, we'll move forward, right?
Okay, sir.
Done, sir.
Okay, so let's see how the chart generation can be done through the Excel. So let me take the Excel. Yes, and yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'll take out these charts and so I can pop these things back. Yeah. So now, like generating charts are easy when you have data with yourself, right? The needed data with yourself, right? It's like, let's take this particular table for the chart generation. So it consists of 6 names. Yeah, Sanushi, yes, your question, yes. I'll come to that, hold on. This has 6 names and subjects and these things. And what was Sanushi was asking, like the difference between column, bar, and line. Sanushi, like all 3 charts are used to do a group comparisons, right? Group comparisons means the comparisons like this. Now, this has several different subjects, like 4 subjects per student. So I can compare all 6 students with all 4 subjects or the all 4 marks that they have scored for the subject in the same graph. But when it comes to the pie chart, it's different. The line, bar, and the column charts, all 3 things are there to do a group comparison. I think you will be getting a good idea when we generate those things, Sanushi. So like, just give it a time and just tell me whether you are not clear with the ones after we done with the charts illustration as well. Okay, Dua?
Okay, sir.
Right. So now I got these marks and I'm going to create a column chart or a bar chart or a line chart for this data, right? So it's very easy to generate a chart when you have all the data. So only thing that you need to do is like you just select the data range. And when you are selecting it, be sure to select the headers as well. In this case, like the math, science, English, and ICT. And from your left-hand side, the name of the students. So because those 2 will be act like the axis. So once you have selected these things, go to the Insert tab. And Insert tab, there are a particular group called Chart. So in that chart, you are given, see, different kinds of one. Column chart, like 2D charts, 3D charts, and bar charts at the same place. You can see the preview, right? As well as the line charts. You have different kinds of line charts, and as well as area charts as well. So something very similar to the line chart. The only difference is like the area which is underneath that chart is shaded. That is why we call area charts. And the tree map and sunburst, those are some advanced stuff. And here we can have a histogram, right? That's something mathematically related. And here we have scatter charts, right? We are going to use this third type to create a small diagram or a small chart that you are used to do for your mathematics subjects, like the charts like y equal mx plus c kind of charts, right? And there are some other, right? So what we are going to do is we just select the data range and we go to the specific chart type we want and we simply click on that. So if I click on this 2D column, this particular one, there you go. This is the chart that you are going to receive. And you can change the size of the chart by dragging from the corners. And if you could see, there is a place called chart title. So you can select it and you can give students marks. Analysis. Right, and from the y-axis, it shows the marks up to 120, and but it's not going, like no marks is going to 120, but it's to have some space in the chart, so the illustration will be much easier, like much clearer, right? Then in small fonts, you can see the name of the students: Kasun, Nimna, Raini, Sanogi, Mihini, likewise Vihanga. Right, so those are the names that is in this column of the data. And at the below, it shows you the legend. Legend means like what indicates by these colored bars, right? So the blue one indicates maths, the orange is science, ash is English, and the like there are much yellow one is the ICT, right? So likewise,
Identify, no?
yeah, it is easy for us to identify. And if you want to make those names or any particular component to be like big in size, increase the font size, so you can just simply select it and go for the home, and you can increase the size, right? So it will be easy, right? So simple as that, right? So you can make it something better. So for the legend, it goes the same way. All right, so you can show what kind of things are here. And even in the data range, it can be increased as well. So this can be made bold as well as increase the font size. So you can show something illustratable or like much clearer to the audience, right? So now what actually that we are doing is like the next software that we are going to learn is the presentation software. Like in presentations, it is very critical to have some graphs in some several locations, right? In that case, when you are like the way that you are going to do is you can generate the particular chart over here, and you can put it to the presentation slide as well, right? Even from the presentation slide, you will be able to generate a chart as well, but you can do this one as well, right? So let's discuss those things when we are doing the presentation software, which is the PowerPoint from Microsoft. And again, if you want this chart to be more descriptive, this plus mark will help you to add more details into this chart. So if you click on the plus mark, you will see there are some checkboxes, and some of the checkboxes are being checked. So if you put access title, so it's going to show the access title, right? So in our case, we can just like say this is the name of the students. So, but there will be places where you have to use this title access, or like access title to the to illustrate what kind of data that you are using, right? And if you don't want, you can take out the access title. Child title is there, and data labels, a much important one. Can you see that? When I enable the data label, it shows us what is the height of this particular the graphs, or the one that you have created. And if you want to increase the size of the fonts, again, select it and increase. All right, so likewise, like yeah, fewer the number of things, so things can be much easier. Right, so likewise you can increase. Right, so likewise we can take the other one and increase the font size of this 98. Yeah, so it gives us much descriptive manner, right? And even you can have a data table underneath this, which illustrates the numbers that we have used, right? So it will be much helpful if you like give these specific details to a particular chart, right? And yeah, if you want, you can have error bars, so which shows us like if it contains any particular things to be changed. And grid lines, you can see these horizontal lines over here, it is grid line. And the trending line, it can be draw, right? So if you got the trend line, so they will ask to what particular subject you need the trend line. So if I say mathematics and say okay, right, so in case if you want this kind of detail, you better have some idea about what do you mean by the trend line. Trend line කියලා කියන තොන්දී average mark එකත් එක්ක මේ දැනට අන්තිම marks fluctuate වෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක. Right, so it's not a heavy thing, or like it's not something needed for you to understand. So please have these things in your mind. Like there are a chart title can be given, a data table can be introduced, right? So those things can, right? And even for a few amount of columns can also have these kind of charts. So there is no rule that you must have all the data inside the table, right? You can just choose these 3 columns to illustrate another particular generation. Let's say insert. This time I'm going to take a bar chart. So bar chart is none other than the Colombo chart. The column chart are being like turned over, or like turned down to your right side, and it shows how the bar chart works. Right, and as you can see, the name of the students are on the right hand side now. Right, and yeah, this is a general way how the bar is happening. And again, it has generated only for 3 things. Right, are we clear with this, people, up to this point? The generation of charts?
Yes, sir.
Right, great. And like I told you, if we are going to generate a pie chart, let's have the line chart as well. And let's try something new. I'm not going to have name over here. I'm just going to choose these 2 to draw the pie chart. So I'm going to the insert. And I'm going to the line chart this time. So I ask for a line chart. So this is the one they have given. So it is like how the charts or like English is showed by the yellow color one, or like actually the orange color one, and the does it contains ICT marks. Let me see this. Good morning, Suzu. Okay, so like it shows English in blue color line, and yeah, so the blue color line is for the ICT marks, and the orange color one is for the, sorry, blue color is for the English mark, orange color is for the ICT marks. So that's too much. Lower more. Right. And Sanushi Dua, are you getting a clear idea like what's happened with the charts and why there are several types of things?
Yes, sir.
So I think your question is being answered by these types, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, great. And now let's generate a pie chart for this entire thing. Let it be so. So go to the insert, and I'm inserting a pie chart. So here it comes. Right, so I zoom it out. Yes, now look at the data that is being considered. See, it's only the max mark at the below. Right, now you can see max mark is there, and these color bars are represented in Kasum, Nirmana, Raini, Sanugi, Mihini, and Vihanga. Yes. So that's why I told you, we can't take these to compare a group of things, right? It's just one particular thing that you can use to have these things, so like to arrange the chart accordingly. Okay, people, give me a second. Okay, so and regarding a pie chart, as well as regarding any particular chart, you have this chart design tab as well as this format tab. So chart design will allow you to design the charts in many different ways. right? It will give you different kinds of formats, different kinds of appearance, different kinds of details. Different means like related kind of details, but in different appearances, right? So you can choose what type of a chart that you are going to indicate. So that is regarding a group of data are being taken into different kinds of charts. So we had pie charts, we had column charts, we had bar charts, and we had line charts. Let me move this. Okay. And now I'm going to show you the nature of the scatter diagram. All right. So when we have something to be solved like this, let's say y equals 5x plus 3. So this is a kind of a graph where you're going to learn like as y equals mx plus c. I think you have I think you know about how to draw a particular graph against these kind of algebraic functions. Do you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So you have learned it, right? So here I have taken the equation called y equal 5x plus 3. So I have taken x from -5 to +5. So according to that, I have generated y. So like when I'm generating y, I only need to multiply x by 5 and then add a 3 onto it. But each and every place, or like each and every position regarding these, should have this kind of appearance. So what you can do is you can just easily type the formula of the formula that you are going to deal with. So it's going to be 5x plus 3, no, like 5. This is the x and 5 times of x and plus 3 that you need to write. So you can write the equation like 5 into AC 2 plus 3, right? So AC means what? The value over here. And when it comes over here, it is AD2. That means value over here. Right? People. So what you can do is you can just type it in, saying equals 5 star x. X means according to this cell, they are talking about AC2. And plus 3. So there you go, minus 22. And then this can be copied, right? So all your values regarding the x are being generated. Right? Are we clear with how to generate the result?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. So now what are we going to do is, it's a simple task. Select the range, go to the view, and over here, is it over here? Hold on. No, this one. So yes, hold on. Yeah, the U. So select the range, go to the scatter diagram and select this. So it's just a matter of time. Right? So it is being drawn by the Excel without any problem. Are we clear with this? How we are going to create a graph?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So it's a matter of writing the correct equation. Then you can like generate the chart without a problem. Right, and here this one is all about something big. Yeah. So this says y equal x square minus 5x minus 3. Right, so x to the power 2. So again, there is nothing much, right? So you can specify how the particular x is going to vary from which end to which end. Then you only need to write the equation, right? So I have chosen, I think this is the exercise in your book as I remember. So I got it from -2 to +7, right? And in y, I have written this one, p2 to the power 2 minus p into, within brackets, 2 minus 3. Right, so p to the power 2 minus 5 into p2 minus 3. So then what are we going to do is, we just select the data that I want and then go to the insert, go to chart, and I draw the chart. Simple as that. Okay, so are we done? People, are you clear with this? Yes, everyone, are you clear with this about drawing the curve graph? Right, great. So yeah, so after that they are talking about some formattings which we have done already. Yeah, so it's better you try to complete this activity right now. But I think every one of you have your working books, I mean like the textbook, so you can have it and give the questions, give the answers for these questions. Yeah, so people, it's better you try this activity. The questions are over here. I'll give you how many? Like 10 minutes. It's 4:23, 4:24, so 4:34. Let's discuss when 4:34 is here. So the activity number 200 and, I'm sorry, activity number, they haven't given a number. It is in page number 228.
Sir, we should do this in the book, no, not like for.
Yeah, don't write it on your textbook. You can just refer the textbook and put the answer number, the question number, and put the answer. That's all. Okay, are we done, people? Or do you
Done,
need
sir.
more time? Okay, anyone who need more time to go through this? Right. Okay, so let's go through the answers. So the first one is asking enter the formula in G2 to calculate the total marks scored by the Saman Kumar. Total marks by the Saman Kumar.
Equals sum in brackets B2 colon F2
Come again, come again.
equals sum in brackets B2 colon F2.
B2 colon F2. Yes, that's the correct one. Equal sum, open bracket, B2 colon F2. Right? So that will create, or that will illustrate the marks. Oops, this is big. Hold on. Right, so it will give the marks of this range. So yes, that's the correct answer. So the second one, it asks, enter the formula in H2 to calculate the average scored by Saman Kumar.
Equals average open bracket B2 colon F2 close brackets.
That's right. Equals average open bracket B2 colon F2. It's the same student that they are asking, right? Sanushi, yes, that's also correct. Sanushi, it should be normal brackets, not the curly braces or the curly brackets.
Yes, sir.
Right. And third question, enter the formula in B9 to find out the highest score obtained for mathematics. Yes, how it's going to be. Any answers?
Equals max open brackets B2 colon B7 close bracket.
Yes, come again, do I equal max
Open bracket B2 colon B7.
B2 colon B7. Yes, they are asking for the marks for the mathematics, but maximum marks for the mathematics. That means this range, right? Wait, so I will give it to you. Right, yes, there you go. The B2 colon B7 equal max within brackets B2 colon B7, correct. The next one, enter the formula in B10 to find out the lowest score obtained by students in each subject. Enter the formula in B10 to find out the lowest score obtained by students in each subject. Yeah, let me see where the B10 is. Yes, B10. Yeah. Now they are asking, they need, actually the question should be a little bit modified because B10 is going to have the lowest mark of the mathematics. So likewise, we need to have the mathematics in this particular cell range. So how we are going to take the minimum marks for the mathematics? Yes. Any suggestions?
Equals mean open bracket B2 colon B7.
Yes, equals mean open brackets B2 colon B7 is the, will give the minimum marks over here. Then how we are going to take the marks for the rest of the things? What's the easiest way?
Copy it, drag it.
That's right. So you are going to take the the fill handle over here. So you select the B10, click on the fill handle and drag it up to the cell F10, which will enable the marks over in these cells.
Here you go, Daddy. I pressing these here.
Thank you, Suso.
So it's being the best step.
Oh, right. Thank you. Right. Do you want this unwrap? Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so wait a minute. I will wipe it out. Okay. Take a half and keep the other half in the fridge or like somewhere you can cover it, right? And the next one. The next question goes like this. Enter the formula in B11 to find out the number of students present for each subject. Yeah. So how it's going to be? Yes.
Equals count, open bracket, B2 colon F7.
That's right. Equal count, open bracket, B2 colon F7. Okay, that's correct. That will give the count for the mathematics. And then what we can do, we can select the B11 and click on its fill handle and drag it up to F11. So it will create the minimum marks for each and every subject. I'm sorry, not the minimum marks, the number of people who present on the each and every subject over here, right?
Sir,
Yes, Dua.
so then the range should be B2 colon B7, right?
Yeah, B2 colon B7. For here, the range should be B2 colon B7. And again, for the science, you have to take C2 colon C7 once it is being copied.
Sir,
Okay. Yes, Rizwan.
so what is the answer for the fourth one?
Fourth one, hold on. Yeah, lowest score obtained by the students in each subject. So for that, Rizwan, we have to write the specific formula over here, which is equal min, open brackets, B2 colon B7. And then we have to say, click on the B10 and select its fill handle and drag it up to F10. So these cells will get their answer regarding the specific subject.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Right? Okay. So then the final one, the sixth one, it's asking, enter the formula in B12 to find out the average score of each subject. Yeah, that is simple again. So how it's going to be? You have to say equal average, open brackets, B2 colon B7. Yes, B2 colon B7. Then again, you have to say select the B12 and click on the fill handle of B12 and then drag it up to the F12 to have the average mark for other subjects.
Sir, that means it is average equals that one, no, sir?
Yeah, equal average. It goes like equal average. Equal average.
B2 colon B7.
B2 colon B7, that's right. And then you have to copy it. And can someone say, if I need to find the minimum number of the lowest mark for any subject, like from all these subjects, how the formula is going to go? Lowest mark from all these marks.
Equals min, open brackets, B2 colon F7.
That's right. So you have to give the big range, this entire range, right? So it should be equal min B2, which is the starting or like the upper left cell, right? And the bottom right corners one, right? Which is F7. So equal min, open brackets, B2 colon F7, right? Okay, so yeah, we took the total, we took the average, yes. Right, great. So that will sum up the things. So you know how to handle the things now from the formulas, from the functions. So that's quite easy, right? So next, yeah, before I move to the next one, the next lesson, any questions regarding this?
No, sir.
So it's clear, right? So, and yes, I'll show you what is the way that you're going to receive a question in your examination as well regarding this, right? So you will see how easy it is. This is the 2020 past paper, year 2021. So in 2020 past paper, you will be getting this kind of MCQs, right? So shall we try this out? Just see what's the answer for this one.
Okay, sir.
It's an MCQ, so you should be able to do it within 2 minutes, right? Like less than 2 minutes. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes.
Sir, should we write down the question?
No, you don't need to write down. You don't need to write down. Go through the question and find the answer. That's all. Put it into the meaning. Put Brandon. Okay, Utkarsha has sent me an answer. Let's see how about it. So you can send me the message by saying the answer, right? So let's see who take the correct answer. Okay, Dilendya has sent me an answer as well. How about others? Okay, Kitmi has sent me an answer. I'm going to discuss it when the time is 5:50 because that's the time allocation. All right, shall we discuss this? Does anyone need more time? Okay, let's see. In the given spreadsheet segment, cell A1 and B1 displays value 40 and 50. So we can see in A1, it has 40, and in B1, it has 50. After entering a formula equals $A$1 plus B$1 to the cell C1. So like this particular formula is over here. It displays the value 19 C1 if the formula in cell C1 is copied to the cell C2. So they're asking to copy the formula to over here, D1, as well as to this cell over here. What will be the values displayed in cell C2 and D1 respectively? So if you think about the cell C2, you're going to copy it along a column downwards. That means your number, the row header of this formula is going to increase. But since they have used the dollar mark at the left side of the column headers, now the column headers are not going to change. So when we are copying down along a column, this is going to give you the same formula, right? It's going to be $1 plus B$1. It's the same answer. It's the same equation, same formula that you can find, right? So it says $1 plus B$1 because no changes for the row headers. Column headers are not going to change since it is in the same column. So C1 is going to give you the same value, 90. But when you're copying it to the D1, it is in the same row. So the columns are going to change. So here A and B is not being absolute in the equation that they have written. So it stays as a relative one. So A will become B over here. So the formula is going to be B$1 plus C$1. So B$1 means what? This. C$1 means this. That means they are going to add up 50 and 90 together, which gives you 140. So D1 is going to give you 140. So the answer is going to be, they're asking in the order of C2 comes first and D1 comes next. So it should be 90 and 140, which is going to be the second one. Yeah, people got that?
Yes.
Right, great. So the questions will be like that in the MCQ paper. And when it comes to the essay paper, your questions are like this. There you go. They have given you some kind of Excel sheet, and they are asking something very similar that you have practiced on the activity, the previous activity, right? So get ready. I'm going to give you some questions from Excel on the examination. So there will be questions from that. So get ready. So by next week, we are going to discuss a paper, as well as week after. We are trying to cover up a full paper, right? So we'll plan it accordingly. So therefore, since the time is up, I'm going to end the session from here, people. So I'll see you on next week for the very same time, and be prepared with the examination, right? So let's brush up the things before we move to our term tests, right? So thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to end the session from here just for today, and I'll see you on next week for the very same time for your examination, right?
Okay, sir. Thank
Right.
you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Viva. Have a nice day. Right. Good night. Right. Okay. Right.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Good night.